Hi, my name is Joanna Whitney. I am an intuitive artist, a student of natural law, and an energy practitioner. And I've been trying to figure out what I should be doing now. But I really feel like what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about practical application of the Kybalion and natural law, other natural law, in situations that I'm currently experiencing in hopes that it will help you all to be able to identify with these experiences and try out using natural law and the Kybalion principles yourself. And I've taken some notes. I'm just going to refer to them. Um, we'll see how this goes. Okay. Um, so the all is mind, the universe is mental. Um, I've been reading a book on quantum physics recently, and what I saw from reading that book is that in the mind of the creator, quantum physics and the double slit experiment prove scientifically that the all is mind. Um, you'd have to, if you don't understand what I'm saying by that, you'd have to read um, a little bit about quantum physics. Basically, quantum physics, I believe, it basically proves that matter is just mainly space, which is the ether. And the double slit experiment proves that the observer affects the observed. So basically, I mean, they've kind of taken it to a radical extreme where they are saying that the observed doesn't exist without the observer, which I'm not sure if I 100% believe, or else what that may mean is that we have made an agreement, maybe preconception agreement to um, have reality be as it is. Um, this goes back to if a tree falls in the woods, does it make a sound if there's no one there to hear it? And I'm not a black and white thinker about this, you know. I feel that it's not just humans who are observing that make reality real. All sentient beings. And the Native Americans believe rocks are sentient. Also, they're just the slowest moving frequency. So there's a lot more to this than just a glib answer. Um, but the point of it is, to me, is that um, we can just give up the argument. We can just give up the windy discussions about this. We can just accept that the all is mind and that the universe is mental and stop staring at our belly buttons and trying to figure that all out. Materialism, the materialistic physics wants us to believe that everything exists, matter exists, and has nothing, no spiritual connection to it. So quantum physics basically disproves materialistic physics, um, which of course the dark occult want us to believe that materialism is the ultimate. It's how they have us now. Many in the collective practicing de facto Satanism is through belief in materialism. Because they would prefer to rule in hell than serve in heaven, basically. Um, but it's all a lie, right? It's just a total lie. So my point of view on this is to just give up the argument. And so now that I know that the all is mind, that the universe is mental, and that I am created in the image of God. So I also have a mind. It's finite compared to God's mind, the creator's mind, but it is a mind similar to God's mind. And so understanding that, what power do I have access to now that I know that the all is mind, the universe is mental, and that I am created in the image of God? Um, and then that kind of brings up the law of polarity, for example, because let's say matter and energy are polar opposites of the same frequency. So energy would be like liquid, like water, and matter would be like ice. So it's the same frequency, the same thing. It's water, but in different forms. So how can I use my mind that, to affect matter? I mean, that's the whole point of all this, really, right? Like basically the dark occult want us to believe that we have to operate completely in the material plane in order to accomplish things. And that's just simply a lie. It's a flat lie. But, um, there are things I have to do to tune in to um, the energy because I've been separated from the energy because I live in society, a civilized, quote unquote, society that has systems in it that I follow without even knowing it. And those systems disconnect me from my mental access to the energy and my abilities to affect the energy. So, I want to check my notes here. So I'm going to just share like a present day experience that I've been having um recently. Um well, first of all, I wonder where that thing is. Oh, I see. Yeah, so we're going to have a tensor ring workshop here. Um Tensor rings are a certain type of technology that was discovered by Sperling. He passed away in 2017. He was an metallurgist, I believe, and somehow, with the help of a psychic, he discovered a tensor field, which is he basically twisted copper wire and secured it in a circle, and it created a double positive field. And um, then he figured out how to make that field reach maybe a 20 or 30-mile radius um, by making four tensor rings together and putting a crystal in the center. And it does things like enhance positive energy because there is no negative field because the twisted wire, the way the wire is twisted, it creates two positive fields on either side of it. And uh, so what he discovered was that it's really good for, dispersing EMFs and also chemtrail busting. It's a buster. It like makes chemtrails go away. So he had a few apprentices over the years, and one of the apprentices created a lot of products. It's called twistedsage.com. You can check it out. And one of the apprentices from Twisted Sage is going to teach our workshop. And I met with him the other day, and he gave me this wand. This is called a wisdom wand. And it's got the twisted copper wire that's creating the tensor field around a brass tube. And so the brass tube enhances the range of the twisted copper wire somehow. And so I actually needed this. It came to me right as I'm having this experience with my brother being in the hospital. And I'm dealing with the hospital, and I'm the medical proxy for my brother. And my brother has mental illness. And I knew that the hospital was probably dishonest in some way, just because of everything that happened with COVIDiocy, just how everything is now. Like basically, a couple years ago, he would be considered to have COVID, right? And they would be doing their remdesivir protocols or whatever. But now they call it pneumonia. They're calling it pneumonia now. Um, however, um, because he has mental illness, he's been throwing off the oxygen mask. So they asked me if I would give them permission to intubate him, which I did. And then I went to see him yesterday, and I saw the condition that he was in and everything, and I saw what they were doing, and I realized that they were using the intubation to resuscitate him, which I told them I didn't want them to do. Um, and I realized by how they responded to me, I realized that they were bleeding Medicare for thousands of dollars because if they can keep him alive, there's some deal. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure what the deal is exactly, but I could tell what was going on. So I used this wand in a few different ways. To me, this is enhancing my understanding of the all is mind. The universe is mental. How? Okay, well, first of all, through this whole process, I've been praying for the answers, and I've been using my dowsing rods to get my answers. These are two copper wires that I use to get yes or no answers. And I use these are enhanced intuition without my mental, my conscious mind, which, the thing is that living in this system that we live in, they basically try to make our conscious mind more powerful than our connected mind. And they try to fill our conscious mind with fear and second guessing and all kinds of other negative traits to make us be cut off from our intuition right here. And so I use these copper rods to help me to bypass um, the second guesser. The second guesser that is like a professional second guesser I have going on there. And so I was using these, right? Well, this kid just handed me this wand, so I decided to use it. And wow, basically, to me, it's an enhancer of the thing I've been doing. So what I've been doing recently is I've been declaring that I am one with universal life energy. It flows through me now. I feel it. So that's a formula. The first line speaks to my soul. The second line speaks to my mind. And the third line speaks to my body. And what it's activating in me is that I am one with the ether. Um, this mind that we have, is a complicated machine, and um, the dark occult have been trying to make sure that we block our power and that we don't have access to our abilities. So, if I declare that I am one with universal life energy, which is the ether, prana, chi, um, it flows through me now. I feel it. um, over time, I do start to feel it. I do start to feel that. And I do start to understand then that the all is mind. And meaning that everything is made up of energy in different forms, and matter is just a solidified energy. And I can affect that energy by, first of all, having an open mind that it exists. And in this situation, I'm dealing with de facto Satanists who are asleep at the wheel. So what I can do is, I activated my heart chakra. Um, I can feel my heart chakra uh, strongly. And then I'm using this tensor field to enhance my power, my range. So what I've been doing is I put my brother in a column of light in the hospital um, through my heart, and I put myself in a column of light so that when I go to the hospital, um, the sleepers basically fall back into alignment. And I've seen this happen. Like I saw this happen many, many years ago when I had this horrible job at Home Depot where I was hired to work in the kitchen design department, but I didn't do a good job learning the CAD system fast enough. So they wanted to demote me, but it was too late. So I was making more money than anybody else in the store, and they didn't like that. So they gave me really horrible jobs to try to get me to quit. And one of the jobs they gave me was lead generator, which basically means, you have to try to sell customers, um, HVAC, um, inspections and stuff like that. And how I did it was I would make popcorn and cookies, and the smell of the popcorn and cookies would entice the customers to come talk to me. And yeah, it's really disgusting, but this is the business world we're in right now. This was in 2015, so it was long before the deception we're currently living in. So my coworkers would steal my cookies and my popcorn, right? And this is what I learned about that. I would see them coming and I would pray to God. I would say, God, please help me, or I would say, Jesus Christ, please stand between me and this person, this coworker. And what I would witness would be that person would turn down a different aisle and not come to me. And I was blown away by that. Um, at the time, what I realized was that because I didn't know anything about, I knew about natural law. I was using natural law, but I didn't understand the Kybalion principles or that the all is mind. But what I understood was that those people are asleep. I'm awake, and I can pray to the Creator, the source of all power, the all, and ask for help. And in doing that, it basically puts the sleepers into alignment. So now I have this wand, which enhances my power. My power. It's not just my power, though. It's my power because it's my heart connected to the source of all creation's power. And I'm asking that my brother be in a column of light and that he be provided for. And there's complications involved in all this that um, he it could put him in a really bad position because of his mental health and because those idiot psychiatrists down there. I don't really know how they're getting paid off, but they don't recognize that he's mentally ill. I can't get into this without getting really upset right now. So that's what I do. Instead, I just command in the name of Jesus Christ that the highest and best gets accomplished in this situation. And then it's my job to let it go, which is very hard, very hard. I did have a confirmation though. I was at the hospital a couple of days ago and I ran into someone I knew at the elevator on the way down. The timing was incredible. And that person's father was dying, and I offered to pray with her. And I took that as confirmations. You see, um, I did. I prayed with her and gave her my number and everything, so she could call me if she needed any more help. Um, but I could tell, that was totally confirmation that I'm doing what I need to be doing, and I'm in alignment. And so what I have to do is try to stay in that place of neutrality so that I can be of use to the creator, um, anonymously. Like he just used me to help that girl. Um, I I take that as confirmation that I was in the right place at the right time. Um, and that's how I want to be during this time that we're in, okay? I want to be working for the creator. And so, um, what I need to do is I need to practice as many of the mentalism exercises as I possibly can to stay level-headed and not get sucked into the negativity of what's going on in the world. Drivers, television, internet, negative, crazy. I mean, anything could be considered at this point. Because I have to stay neutral. Like, I'm not gonna I don't want to really go off into another tangent right now, but um, I have to be super careful. Like I could become a fanatic prepper and lose contact. You know what I mean? Um, I'm going to try to keep working for the light, the all. Have that awareness that the all is mental. Um, the all is mind, the universe is mental, and I have a mind similar to that mind. So I have to take an active role in staying connected to that because um it requires effort. Like to go with the flow, I would go negative, but I have to take an active role in um staying in alignment with the all during this time because we're in a state of involution, which means degradation. And it's because it's been agreed upon by the collective. I mean, I think it was instigated by the dark occult. They knew that we were going from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius, and they have an understanding of astrological events, and so they try to use it for their benefit so that they could gain a stronghold in their New World Order. Um, and I don't have as much knowledge as they have, but I can find the knowledge. There's plenty of books out there to show me how to tune my mind so that I um, focus more on the internal than on the external. Like so that they want us to believe that life is is solid matter, but the cause of life is spiritual energy. So that means I should be focusing. I should make sure that I have a meditation practice, um, and that I should use these ancient techniques through qigong, yoga, breathing exercises to connect um, more and more with the internal mentalism practices and um, discipline myself to practice so that at some point I may be able to utilize telekinesis, telepathy, um, astral projection, remote viewing. These are all latent abilities that all humans have. And so that's what I'm going to be talking about, I guess, for now, utilizing these principles and applying them for the purpose of freedom. Because if I have access to my abilities, those de facto Satanist order followers can't touch me. They won't even see me. I'll be invisible to them. Even if I have to do certain things, like even if I have to get, I have to get another ID this year. This year I have to get probably the real ID or whatever bullshit. It won't matter, because I will be in a column of light protected. I'm in the meat suit during this time, but my true heart connection is to the all. And that's my job is to keep that channel open so that I can be available to be of use to the all. Until next time.